Students will go to the next the chapter in this course AX 202, that is reading and comprehension of general and technical articles. Reading, you know the meaning of this reading. That means you are going to read some piece of information, either they might have written in the books or the articles, whatever it is. The comprehension means the understanding. Comprehension means understanding. Reading and understanding of the general articles or the technical articles. Okay. So what is the importance of this, meaning and importance of this reading and comprehension? Okay. So reading skills are extremely important to improve the communication efficiency. So if you would like to improve your communication efficiency, you should have the reading skill. That means you should have the reading skills. How effectively you are going to read the articles or the material or the subject matter. So reading is an important to update the information which leads for improving our writing ability. If you read properly, you can remember it properly, you can communicate properly, you can improve your writing ability also. If you are unable to read it properly, remember the things, you cannot improve the writing or your communication, the efficiency. In fact, the proficiency in reading is a prerequisite to good writing ability. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಬರಹಗಾರ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಓದುಗಾರ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಅಂದರೆ ಗುಡ್ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೊಫಿಷಿಯನ್ಸಿ. ಸೊ ಓದುವಾಗ ಸಹಿತ ನೀವು ಹೇಗೆ ಓದಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಓದಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಭಾಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ದ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ ಫಾರ್ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಟೆಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಲೋನ್ will not help you unless you develop the ability to comprehend or understanding what you have read. ಸೊ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಓದೋದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪೇಜ್ ತಿರುಗಿಸೋದಲ್ಲ. ಓದೋದಂದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ಓದೋದಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಓದಿದ್ದನ್ನ ಅದನ್ನ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಾಂಪ್ರಿಹೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರೆಡ್. Comprehending means reading and understanding the matter you have read. We can pretend to read and listen, which is not the case of speaking and writing. ಸೊ ನೀವು ರೀಡಿಂಗು ಲಿಸ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಪ್ರಿಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ, ನಾನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಆದರೆ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಪ್ರಿಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಪುಟ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಯುವರ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸೇ ವೆದರ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಲರ್ನೆಡ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆರ್ ವೆದರ್ you have read the subject or not. So the way how you are going to write, that is going to speak about your the reading, your efficiency. So you cannot pretend here. You should develop the habit of the writing and reading. So we may be hearing a speech but not listening. For example, while hearing the lecture, we may hear but we may not hear listen the things. That means, so whatever you are going to hear in the lecture, you must listen to that subject matter. That means you have to remember the things in your mind. That is most important. So what one effectively listens and reads becomes a valuable raw material for effective speaking. ನೀವು ಏನು ಕೇಳ್ತೀರಿ, ಏನು ಓದ್ತೀರಿ, ಅದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಬರೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So how effectively you are going to listen and read becomes a valuable material that becomes a proof for you for effective speaking and writing. If you do not listen properly, if you do not read properly, you cannot speak as well as you cannot write the things properly. Okay. So reading is usually the reading is a visual process. That means eye movement, eye span, and the perception of span. So that means while reading, we are going to make the eye movement. You cannot concentrate your eyes on a particular word. You are going to turn your head while reading, while moving your head. Your eyes are also going to turn. That means you are reading the things. Okay. So while reading also, while making the eye movement, what is the eye span? The contracted time you are going to spend in reading that particular word, that is most important. Okay, resources, for example, this word. Okay, resource is there. So resource means suppose if you do not, if you take more time in this reading this resource word RESOURCE ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಕುಂತ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಐ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೈಮು ಭಾಳ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್, how much the time your eye will spare on that particular word, you can grasp. So that is most important. It is a brain process. We can say that it is a brain process. So it is a vocabulary. It is the background knowledge, general education, etc., etc. All are depending upon your eye movement and eye span. So okay. An average leader reads 250 words per minute. ಸಾಧಾರಣ ಓದುಗಾರರು ಎಷ್ಟು ಓದ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ 1 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಗೆ 250 ವರ್ಡ್ಸು ಓದ್ತಾರೆ. ಎ ಗುಡ್ ರೀಡರ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ರೀಡ್ಸ್ 500 to 600 words per minute. So an excellent reader reads 1000 words or more words per minute. That means if you would like to become an excellent reader, you should develop a habit of reading the more number of words as far as possible. Not just going the reading thing in a fast way, but reading and understanding is most important. Whatever the habit you are going to develop, you read in such a way that you should be able to understand that and remember the things in your mind. That is most important. That is the reading and comprehending. Okay, so you have to develop. It is a very intellectual process. It depends upon your vocabulary, your background knowledge, educational background, all those things. Suddenly the reading will not improve, but you have to inculcate the habit of improving the reading efficiency. An excellent reader reads, a good reading depends on the learning to pronouncing the words. So always if you are like to improve your reading habit, so you should pronounce the words very clearly. Pronunciation, uttering the words, the voice you are using. Okay, that all depends upon. So learning to identify the words and get their meaning. So while reading, pronouncing the words, you have to learn to identify the words quickly and getting the meaning of that. Learning to bring meaning to a text in order to get the meaning for it. So while reading, you have to get the meaning of that text matter you are reading. So your sharpness of thinking is most important. So your word power is also most important. Reading procedure. So if you would like to improve your reading habit, so for effective reading, you have to have the following things you have to keep in mind. Okay. First, a quick reading to know the general meaning. So overview of the subject we say. Quick reading, fast reading, glancing of that article. So first time immediate quick glance ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. In the second reading, make efforts to know the particulars of the details. So second time read ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಓದುವಾಗ ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ಎದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್. Then you can understand the details more effectively once you have grasped the central theme. After reading, so first reading, second reading, then you have to grasp the important things or the central theme. This approach is very useful to study the subject. Okay, it is essential to develop the following skills for effective reading. So for effective reading, you should have the following the skills: decoding, that means interpreting the subject. So you have to interpret the subject in your own way, in your own understanding. For example, the communication, in communication, the topic, okay, will come to know the audience response. Okay, so audience response, or for that alternative word is the feedback. Okay, so it is the feedback is nothing but response given by the reader for that particular subject. So that if you know that feedback meaning, then you can say that you can decode that matter. So decoding means interpretation of the subject. Then comprehending, understanding. Text analysis, overall analysis of the gist of that subject. Then your response, okay, reaction to the reading subject. Then comprehension, meaning and importance of comprehension. Comprehension refers to the main aim of reading. Rapid perception and thinking will help good comprehension. So immediate ಆಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ thinking ability ಇರಬೇಕು, pursuing ability ಇರಬೇಕು, then only your understanding ability will improve. Mind can also be trained for aggressive or speedy comprehension. We can train our mind for quickly grasping the things. So again, it depends upon your intellectuality, then retention capacity, how fast you are able to read and remember the things. That is most important. Comprehension requires increase of word vocabulary. So ನೀವು ಗ್ರಾಮರು vocabulary ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ so you can understand easily. One of the tools for rapid and effective reading is skimming. Skimming ಅಂದರೆ what you call ಬೆಣ್ಣೆ, ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಬೆಣ್ಣೆ ತೆಗೆದು ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಮಜ್ಜಿಗೆ ಕಡದು ಬೆಣ್ಣೆ ತೆಗಿತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಜ್ಜಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕೊಡಪ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ, ಆ ಕೊಡಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಣ್ಣೆ ತೆಗಿಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಕಡದು 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 ಆ ಬೆಣ್ಣೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರೋಂಬ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ನೀವು ಓದಿ 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 ಅದನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಜಿಸ್ಟ್ ಐತಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ತಕ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಕಾಂಪ್ರಹೆನ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ಜಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಹೋಲ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ procedure or guidelines for reading and comprehending the general or technical articles. So prepare for reading, scan the text, skim the text, then read the text thoroughly. Make notes, note down unfamiliar words, consult the words from the dictionary. ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ಟಫ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಬಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಡಿಕ್ಷನರಿ ನೋಡಿ ಅದರ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Then review what you have read. Avoid vocalizing. That means practice silently reading. That means you should not read the matter by silent. If you'd like to improve your remembering capacity, you have to utter the words. When you are going to utter the words, the when the word, the what you call the sound waves that are going to be retained in our brain in the form of neurons. Neuron formation, the retention capacity increase ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ it depends upon the neurons in the mind. ಸೊ ನ್ಯೂರಾನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಬ್ರೇನ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ವೇವ್ರಿ ಲೈಕ್ ಇದು ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್. ಸೊ ಅದು ದಟ್ ನ್ಯೂರಾನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ನ್ಯೂರಾನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೌ ಇಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ರೀಡ್. ನೀವು ಓದಿದ್ದನ್ನ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಓದ್ತೀವಿ, ಒಂದು ಅಕ್ಷರ ನಾನು ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಹೆಂಗೆ ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ? ನಾನು ಕಣ್ಣಿಂದ ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಕಣ್ಣಿಂದ ನೋಡಿದ್ದು ಅದನ್ನ ಬಾಯಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾತಾಡಿದಾಗ that signals goes to our brain and it will be stored in the form of neurons. Okay, if you do not utter the words also for just for a second, you do not utter, then retention capacity will not improve, remember capacity will not improve. But once you improve your retention capacity, remember capacity, you can read silently. That is different matter. But once if you like to beginners, for the beginners you read loudly. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಸಣ್ಣ ಹುಡುಗರಿಗೆ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಓದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ನೀವು ಸಣ್ಣವರಿದ್ದ ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಏನು ಓದ್ತಿ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಗಪ್ ಕೂತೋತಿಯಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಅಂದ್ರೇನು ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಓದು ಓದಿದ್ ಕೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಹಿರಿಯರು. ಇದೇ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಮೇನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೈಂಡ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ನೆನಪುಳಿಬೇಕು. ನ್ಯೂರಾನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಡು ನಾಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಪೆನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಆರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಫಿಂಗರ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಕೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೀವು ಫಿಂಗರು ಅಥವಾ ಪೆನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂತ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಓದುವಾಗ ಹೋಗಬಾರ್ದು. ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಟರ್ನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹೆಡ್, ಗೋ ಆನ್ ಟರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹೆಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯುವರ್ ಐಸ್, ದೆನ್ uttering the words and read the things. This is the procedure how to improve your reading. ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಸೈಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ, ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿರಿ. ಓಕೆ, so in the next class I am going to cover about the seminars and the conferences. Just a minute. So the next the chapter is seminars and the conferences. So you might have heard about the use of the words of seminars and conferences oftenly in the institutes. Okay, so what is the meaning of conference? A conference is researchers or practitioners gathering for presenting, discussion and exchanging their views. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಶುಗರ್ ಕೇನ್ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. All the experts in the sugarcane, all the scientists pertaining to that sugarcane crop, they gather in one place, then they present the things, then discuss the things, and exchange their views. This is called conference. Because of the professionalism and widespread of the knowledge, the role of conference is assuming of paramount importance. Nowadays, ಸೊ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟು ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳು ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಸೇರಿ ಒಂದು ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಆಗುಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹೆಲ್ಡ್ ಟು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ನ್ಯೂ ಎಂಟ್ರನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆದಂಥ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ಗಳು ಸಹಿತ ನಾವು ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಈ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ದು ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ವರ್ಕ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದೇರ್, ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಏರಿಯಾಸು, ದೆನ್ ಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ particular in the area. Like that, in the conference, the details are going to be discussed and shared among the members. So procedure, a specific theme should be there. One ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಥೀಮ್ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. So they are asked to submit the short abstract and their papers. So when you would like to organize a conference, you fix a theme, then you, in the themes, you list out the different areas of that particular topic. Then you call for the papers, abstract and the full length papers. There are one or more keynote speakers. So conference dalli ಒಬ್ಬರು ಅಥವಾ ಇಬ್ಬರು noted the scientist will be there and he will speak on that subject. Then the whole team of the group members, they are going to divide into different groups. ಈಗ 100 ಜನ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ 100 ಜನ 20 ಜನದ್ದು ಒಂದೊಂದು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ 5 ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ 5 ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಥೀಮ್ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಗ್ರೂಪಿಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಥೀಮು ಒಂದು ಗ್ರೂಪು, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪಿಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಥೀಮು. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಯಾ ಥೀಮ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂಥ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಫೈನಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾದರಿಂಗ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ the papers presented in the different themes, they are going to be, the generalizations will be presented in the total gathering. So this is the purpose of conducting the conference. So what is the advantage? Enabling opportunities for delegates to listen to the different lecturers, the different opinions, highly experts. So it will give an opportunity to the delegates to hear the opinions or the expertise knowledge of the seniors. Okay, offering opportunities for delegates to network. That means they can share, exchange. They come across with the different people working on the same area in different areas, different scattered or different areas. They will come unite and discuss the things. That means, so all the delegates will come to know in which area they are working. So what is the scope for the new area and all those things. Offering the quick opportunities for researchers to establish idea and know the opinion of the other persons. So offering chance for the delegates to broaden the perspective on the topics. So conference ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಬಂದಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದೇ ಒಂದು ಸೇಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ಸು ತಮ್ಮದೇ ಆದಂಥ ಅನುಭವ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಅವರು ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಹಂಚ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ನಾಲೆಜು ಬ್ರಾಡನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಸೆಮಿನಾರ್ ಅಂತ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೆಮಿನಾರ್ ವಿಚಾರ ಸಂಕಿರಣ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಸೆಮಿನಾರ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಶನ್ where the number of persons makes is the presentation to the audience. So seminar dalli the different persons, they are going to make the presentations to the audience. So alli conference dalli experts irtare, illinu experts ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಶೇರ್ ದೇರ್ ಐಡಿಯಾಸ್. The seminar is a mixture of speech and group discussions. During the seminar, one person acts as a chairman of the session and conducts the seminar by introducing the topic. So one of the person will be made chairman or as a leader of that the seminar. So he will guide in conducting the seminars. So at the end of the session, he asks the audience to raise questions and ensure that the discussion is being held and their doubts are clarified. So ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹಿತ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸ್ ಸೆಮಿನಾರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಥೀಮ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. So you have to call for the papers and abstract. So ಇದರಲ್ಲೂ ಸಹಿತ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೆಮಿನಾರ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೇಮ್, ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೇಮ್. ಬಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂಥ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳು, ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳಿಂದ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ವಿಚಾರ ವಿಮರ್ಶೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಮಿನಾರ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಸೆಮಿನಾರ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳು ಬೇರೆ ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸಿಗೆ, ಇನ್ನಿತರ ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸಿಗೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ತಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ ರಿಸರ್ಚನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. So we'll stop in this the class. So next we'll be going to the personality development. So one class.